I am going to make the best coconut cream pie that I've ever had. Amy's friend Ashley Hampton gave me her recipe and it is delicious. The first thing that you're going to do is take a half of a cup of sugar and a fourth of a cup of cornstarch and just a pinch of salt. And I'm just going to take my whisk and just sort of whisk that together. That cornstarch, sugar, and salt. Okay? Now, 4 egg yolks. Just the yolks.
That's the yellow part.
That's the yellow part, baby. And then 2 cups of half and half. And I'm going to whisk the eggs and the half and half together. I just got the Great Value from Walmart. It's just as good to me. And the 4 egg yolks. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my stove eye on medium heat. And I'm going to just make a mess. Let me get my rag and wipe that before it burns on there. Okay? And then, just going to whisk all that together. Now, this recipe is very simple because after this comes to a boil, I'm only going to boil it 1 minute. And to me, that was a game changer because I do not like to have to cook something for 6 or 8 minutes. That you have to stir. And of course, we know you have to stir a custard because if you don't, it's going to stick. Sean had been telling me for a couple of days, he said, "Sue, I am craving a coconut pie." And y'all, that's one of my favorites too. When Harold and I used to go to Johnny Ray's, or I can't think of the other one that had the delicious pies. One of us would get lemon icebox and one of us would get coconut, and then we would have our piece, so we each would have some lemon icebox and some coconut. And the main reason I haven't made a coconut cream pie, I've made the ones that make their own crust and things like that. But the main reason I haven't made one is because I didn't want to have to stir it so much. But when Sean said yesterday, he said, "I still want a coconut pie," so I'm going to make one. So, I think this is not ready to come to a boil. So, Harold, if you want to stop it, and then we'll come back when it's boiled 1 minute and show you what. Okay, after it boils 1 minute, I am putting 3 tablespoons of butter. I took it off a few seconds before because even with me stirring, it was sticking just a little bit. You're going to do a teaspoon and a half of vanilla. And stir that real good. Get that butter. I'm going to use toasted coconut on the top, so those little flakes, they'll think it's toasted coconut. I'm not taking this anywhere. This is ours. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of the sweetened coconut flakes. And I'm going to use a spoon because I don't want it to get hung in my whisk. All right. Now, Ashley said what we're going to do right now is we're just going to put some plastic wrap over the top of our pan, and we're going to let it set to cool for about 30 minutes, and then we'll put it in our pre-baked pie shell and chill it. So this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to set my timer for 30 minutes, and then we'll be back. Okay, this has set for 30 minutes. Now I pour it into my pre-baked pie shell. I used one of the pie Pillsbury that you buy by the biscuits. You can make your own if you want, but I did this. And now Ashley says all you do is you put some more plastic over it or cover it, and then we're going to refrigerate it for 1 hour or until it sets, and then I will use the whipping cream and sugar and toasted coconut to put on top, and I'll be back to show you the final pie. Okay, I put this metal pan in the freezer for a little bit, and I'm going to put 2 cups of the heavy whipping cream in here. I'm going to put a 1/3 cup of sugar and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then I'm just going to whip it until it's thick. Can see that it is stiff now. I'm going to put this on top of my coconut pie. And then spread it real good. Oh goodness, Ashley, I am so glad you gave me this recipe, because the one you brought Amy that time was the best I'd ever had. Okay. Well, we'll just I toasted some coconut just by putting it in my skillet. Griffin is videoing me right now, and he's laughing because Scout always knows when I'm have something good, and he thinks we're gonna give him some. You can't have this. You're on your diet, remember? It's no fun, is it? Okay. Here's the coconut pie. It's ready, and I already know what it's going to taste like. But the recipe will be on my website, MamaSueSouthernKitchen.com. Thank you for following me, and remember to be salt and light.